Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Are you feeling a little Tangent Tuesday-ish? Because here we are for Tangent Tuesday.
We're going to tangent.
We are going to tangent because that's the way today is going. I am also going to be checking a few things on my computer. So also since we're tangenting, you might have some questions at some point, and we'll see what's heading out, what's going on, what's being laid down. Think of other cool phrases that I am not using now. And let's see. I'm going to text Elizabeth, we're on, come join. And then let me come over here. How's your Tuesday been, Cheryl?
My Tuesday's been okay.
It's rainy and it's actually cold. It's been warm and now it's cold.
It was cold all day to me, but what all day? Like I got up at noon or
Yay,
1.
Lisa's here. Okay, things are happening. The world's going. We haven't been going live as much, so I know it takes a little while to get it out to everyone.
I went to bed at 4 o'clock this morning, and I'm still messed up. You're better. You're better. Yeah.
I am better, but I was really so just for those of you who don't know all the little history. So we were in Alaska a week and a half ago for about a week. You're moving my cord. What's?
It was a week ago.
Well,
we got back on Monday morning to the dock. So
it was about a week and a half ago when we were actually in Alaska.
What day is it?
It's Tuesday night.
Well, it's like a week and a day.
That we've been home.
Okay.
So it's more than a week and a day for when we were in Alaska. Does that make sense?
I can't math.
It's okay. So
can't math today.
So what the deal is I don't think either one of us have gone past 3 time zones, and we got jet lag, which I had a different idea of what jet lag was than my experience. So I did do some research, imagine that, and it is more common as you get older, and if you go past 4 time zones, so if you go into 4 time zones or more. But like what it was doing was I just couldn't sleep. I'd be tired, but kind of like an insomnia that I haven't experienced since I was young, really young. I kind of had some insomnia growing up. Monique and Apple and Lisa and a few more people are hanging out with us. Tangent Tuesday. Happy Tangent Tuesday, everyone. This is where we do basically what we do all the time. Anyhow, we've just given it a name. Isn't that pretty much?
We have no agenda, nothing to talk about. We'll just see where it goes.
Yeah, and so if you guys have something you want to talk about, questions you have, if you have recipe questions for me, or if you have motivational or coaching kind of questions for Cheryl, you feel free to put those in, or just stories you want to share. But Cheryl you got sick pretty soon after we came back.
Tuesday, it was like I woke up and it was like,
yeah.
I couldn't hear good. I was all plugged up. Everything up in my head was plugged up, and then real quickly it moved to whatever she had a month ago.
I didn't give it to her, so no. I take no responsibility.
Either that or it has a month-long gestation period.
Oh, Monique had a birthday yesterday. Happy birthday! That's awesome. Mm-hmm. Hey, Ann, it's good to see you. I think this is off. Yes, it is. Excellent. And that way I can have a better idea of what's going on in the world.
I tried out a new...
Hey, Mommy, it's good to see you. I did see your message to me on Facebook. I just have not gotten that far yet. I'm just far enough behind that I've not answered you back. Diane says, good evening, and I usually call it Happy Taco Tuesday. Yeah, I think on a Monday, on a ship or something, we just went off on a tangent. I'm like, oh, Next time we'll have.
No, it was
Tangent
one of my
Tuesday.
motivational ones, and it turned into like a tangent on something else, and then we decided we
We
should.
just have Tangent Tuesday.
I think that was
And I said
Tanya. I think that.
And I said it as a joke, and everyone was like, "Yes, let's do it." So, yeah. And Monique says you sound a little plugged up, and hope you're feeling better. She is feeling better.
I'm feeling a lot better. I actually went out of the house today.
We went to REI and got some stuff. Oh, good. I just didn't want you to think I was ignoring you. I am behind on things. Like, I got things done that were absolutely due yesterday, today. Ooh, 71! Monique,
Yay.
Congratulations.
That's awesome.
That's amazing. Oh, and Busy Bee, good morning from Oz. Working from home, so you have my spare monitor. Awesome. Well, it's good to see you. And Australia and New Zealand are definitely on my bucket list.
Yeah, those are bucket lists.
We're going to be hitting. See, now I'm hot.
We do.
I don't know what's going on with. Like, see, look, I'm even red.
Yeah. No.
I was cold like moments ago. So we're trying to kind of plan for. Yeah, you love REI, and sometimes I love it, and sometimes we're trying to get lighter clothes and things we can layer for our trip in July to Iceland.
And I wanted to look at different backpacks because the one that I took with us on the Alaska trip was just. It's my fault because I packed it too heavy, but I think that I might need the smaller size so I can't pack it that heavy. And I was talking to the guy about it, and he said that his wife and he both had the same one that I have, and he said they couldn't hardly walk a mile with it packed the way they had it packed too. So I'm thinking about sizing down, but we'll see.
Yeah, we have a bunch of stuff that's coming. It's making me crazy because we have so many things we're trying. But at REI, actually, we got some sale stuff and some return stuff. Most of it.
I got parachute pants.
She did get parachute pants. I'll make her wear them next time. That can be next Tangent Tuesday.
I was so
I'll have
excited.
a picture of you in your parachute pants.
I was so excited. Y'all, I love parachute pants when it was the 80s and they were really a thing. I had them in all different colors. They were my jam. I loved parachute pants.
And I got some that feel like those really lightweight pants, but it has like, it's not fleece, but it's kind of this really soft lining. Almost if fleece and flannel had a baby. So I'm excited about that. And I need to ask you more questions. You say, I'm using cashews and fire roasted canned tomatoes. Will this defrost well? Should I use some miso? So I don't know what you're making. So is it just cashews, and are you making like a creamy salsa? Or a creamy sauce? You know, what makes a defrost meal successful? So tell me a little more about exactly the meal you're making, and then we can talk about both of those things. We'll circle back. Kathy says, my recent college grad daughter just got back from Australia this morning. Oh, I bet she has some jet lag. Oh, nope, she seems okay as far as jet lag goes. She had a wonderful time, even with a foot she broke 2 days before leaving. Oh, my goodness.
She probably got to sleep on the plane.
That was, yeah. Elizabeth says we need to see pics as soon as possible. Why don't you want to go bring them in? You can show.
I'll show my parachute pants.
You could. We have sweatpants on because it's been really hot here. So yesterday was fairly cool. Like I could open up the window at night again, and it's just actually I wore sweatpants all day today. It was kind of delicious. I think it's a delicious way to spend a Tuesday in some sweatpants. Oh, you're making a sauce, Anne? Okay, well, cashews and fire roasted tomatoes should defrost well if you're making a sauce. What's going to happen is it's going to separate some. So as it thaws out, it's going to look kind of ooky and things are going to separate. Just blend it back together. That's all I would say. What makes things defrost successfully? So even though I do freeze some cooked potatoes sometimes, not just plain cooked potatoes, but let's say cooked potatoes in lentil soup or split pea soup, I will freeze. And they do get a little bit of a funky texture, which is why we don't just make 5 pounds of potatoes and pop them in the freezer. And oftentimes what will happen with things is things will separate. So if you notice, if you've ever gotten pasta and sauce at Trader Joe's in the freezer section, I did before I was vegan, and they'll have little cubes of sauce and little round pieces of pasta, or like piles of pasta. So they freeze those separately so that it works well. I did, Elizabeth, look at you. I knew someone was going to ask me, and that was one of the things that I did that I should have done yesterday, was post the recipes from Kathy's Cooking Club. We did a niçoise salad with a dressing. We made almond pulp herbe de Provence mayo. We made orange ginger Asian-y pesto spread. Oh, those are mine.
They're very soft.
No, they really are. See, okay.
They're called the Sahara lined pants.
Whatever. Normally I wouldn't do this, but I could fold them up and they didn't look too bad. I think I could manage them as dress pants, but they have this lining. Oop. Uh-oh, that was about to be a disaster. So these are my pants, and I still feel like they were too expensive, but they were less than half price.
Mm-hmm.
So, and they're a nice neutral color, and they'll pack well. So, Ann, I hope that helps. If not, let me know. Okay, good. Oh, one anti-venom. Yay. I haven't seen you in so long.
Look, and then I got this
kind of wicking shirt thing. Mm-hmm. So what we're trying to do,
and matching bottoms.
Oh yeah, those are like the underwear-y, like thermally kind of thing. So
Long
they
johns.
say, aren't those 4 seasons though? Yeah, four seasons comfort, it says. But those at REI were $10 each. So they were
originally
like 30,
and then they were marked down to 19, and then now they were $9.83.
2/3, like 66% off.
$9.83.
Elizabeth, math for us, please. But I think that's pretty close. And then here's Cheryl's parachute pants. Yeah, the lining, Monique. It feels like, and the thing is it's not just. The pants come separate from the lining a little bit, so it doesn't feel too stuffy. Ooh, I'm going to kill this mic before this is over.
And it says right on the tag, parachute pants you can actually hike in.
Oh, Cheryl.
Look at those zippers.
Yep, and in the back, it's got some decorative. I know these are wrinkled, but this definitely looks very 80-ish. We need to get you one of those asymmetrical shirts to go with it. It's got a little patch. It's got big zippers. Oh, actually, it's by Outdoor Afro.
Yeah, it's a
black-owned company.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's awesome. They're really light. It's actually a similar material to mine without the lining, and it has these little things. I saw this on some other pants, being a short person. So you can pull it, and then you can even tuck them under to kind of make it the size you want. I'm sorry, Apple, but I do love you. It is, yeah, nice deals. We didn't think anything was going to do in there. Yeah. Elizabeth says you can put key lime pie in there and sneak it back on the ship.
Piegate is
comes
going
up
to happen.
Again. Elizabeth loves all the pockets. And Charlene says, I like having zippered pockets. And you know, I'm starting to like them more. Okay.
Sorry. Sorry.
Because I'm starting to do some research while I am procrastinating a few things from the ice cream book, evidently. Or actually, I don't even feel like I'm procrastinating. It's just been jet lag. So like what happens is I'm so tired all day. And let's go back to the beginning, shall we? We got in at 7 a.m., not yesterday, but the Monday before. And I didn't sleep at all on the plane. And Cheryl didn't let me go to sleep till 2 o'clock in the morning before we had to get up at 7. So I think all of those things combined. Cheryl likes to stay up really late before we have to go somewhere. And I've asked her not to do that anymore. Hey, Tanya, it's good to see you. Yep, Piegate 2.0. Awesome. And so it's been that either I can't think. So, like, I'm just kind of like, okay, I'm going to try and wait and go to bed. But anyhow, I think I've got it kicked because I'm really tired now, and I'm hopeful I will be able to go to sleep by midnight. If 11 would be great.
Tonight?
What does Fergus do? What you got over there? Fergus is...
You want to come out?
Come on. Come on.
Here.
Come on. Come on.
Come on.
Fergus.
They were up to something in the living room because when I came around, they both they just took off in opposite directions, so I don't know what they were doing.
She's trying to talk him into doing something. Fergus, come say hi. Come here. No? No?
You know you want to say hi.
Oh, he does not.
Are you being super spicy? You want to sit on your own chair?
Here you go.
Here you go. You're on your own chair.
Look. Look at the ladies. Oh!
He's a mess.
Oh, any litter box updates?
Still just Freya. Freya is...
We've put him in a couple times and he gets
He's
really
upset.
mad.
And then he glares at us. But he walks past it and he looks at it.
Well, you can tell he's like, I have to go to the bathroom. And he makes a face. And he's like, and he looks side eyes it and then walks past it really far away.
But she's been using it like
all the time, I think now.
Yeah. Well, she doesn't use the stairs.
She jumps around the stairs. You add, and she won't go up them. She jumps around them.
But I have them there for Fergus. But now I'm wondering if I'm just going to move them and see if maybe he'll just jump his butt up in there. Maybe he doesn't like the stairs either. What are you doing?
Do you have something on your foot, buddy? One would think so.
You get it, okay? God, you got big feet.
He does have really big feet. I don't know if you guys can see that. Diane says, Cheryl, love your selection of lightweight clothing for summertime. They're definitely comfortable and you'll be doing a happy dance. Yeah. And from Alaska, the thing we learned is I think we did a pretty good job of layering. Oh, that was nice, Fergus. I hope they didn't see that. I'm sorry, you guys.
He's being special.
Come here. Oh, and it's been raining all day long, and I even volunteered to go out in the rain twice, 2 days in a row.
You did, 2 days in a row.
Because I went to the REI outlet. No, not the REI, the Columbia outlet yesterday and found some things for us, like super duper duper on sale. He's trimming his nails.
I have some brown rice on me.
Oh, that's lovely. We did eat out. Oh, Fergus is like, wait, I'm naked. Are you naked? Are you going to smack me or love me? Both, lady. But so like the t-shirt, and then I had a long sleeve shirt with a hood, and then another jacket with a hood.
That one we got at the Disney outlet
at the
is
Disney
like
outlet. It's really
phenomenal.
good, and it's super lightweight.
It's a Helly Hansen, and it's usually like $120-something shirt. I think we got it for $20 at the Disney outlet.
Something 20 or 30. Oh. Fergus is inspecting Freya. I know you can't see it. Oh, now she tried to inspect him, and he was like, no. And he is licking her. And now he just flipped over, and he's like, let's play. All right. Hey, Jeremy. Told you, Tangent Tuesday. That was a kitty tangent. And I don't think oh, nope, they're not even there anymore. This is the time they usually start running, and it sounds like we have horses. And playing. Cats are funny. That is absolutely true.
Are you playing peekaboo? Is that what's going on? Where'd he go?
Memo?
Where'd he go?
She's just hiding over there.
She's very chatty now.
Yeah, she does.
She talks a lot.
So, okay, I've been researching.
You went to Columbia Outlet yesterday.
And we got some stuff too.
Because you were like, I'm on the layer game.
I'm on the layer game. And we're trying to get a few things. We're also trying to get where we're packing less, Elizabeth and Jeremy. So we actually have new suitcases ordered that are going to be probably tiny.
I thought I could do the one bag thing with the backpack, but it was so miserable.
What is
just
the
having
one bag thing? Can you define it for people who don't know?
So there are people, well, our friend Sammy, that house sits for us.
She has 2 bags.
Yeah, but one of them's just a kangaroo bag on the front.
I don't know. There's 2 bags.
Everything goes on her body. She has a backpack, and then she has another little small one on the front. That like a backpack turned around backwards, and that's what she travels with. And so she goes for like a month at a time with just those bags. And so there are a lot of people who, when they travel, it doesn't matter how long they're gone for, they just use one backpack.
And here,
and that's it.
Do we have to have another show and tell day, or does Tangent Tuesday get to count for that? I'm going to, where's your, oh, there it is.
My new one?
Well, your old one was what I was looking for.
It's in the car.
Okay, then never mind.
I can go get it.
No. Oh, somebody I think went in the box.
I took it because I thought I might swap it out for the smaller size.
So anyhow, we'll talk about those later. We're welcome back to March weather. Well, honestly, this isn't that different than what we were experiencing in the Pacific Northwest and Alaska. There was a lot of rainy days. The one thing I will say as an adult that most of you guys probably already have, especially those of you who travel like Kitty Mommy, those of you that hike like Lisa does, is a really good actual waterproof rain jacket. They're fine. So it's kind of interesting because that changed everything. And I have my raincoat I got it at Ross's. It's a Columbia. They've been having Columbia stuff at Ross's, y'all. So make sure you look. So I got it cheap for it. I think it was like $30.
24, I think.
It was more than I wanted to pay. So it was either 30 or 35, but they're really like $100. So, and I could wear it. Literally, I could put a bunch of stuff underneath it. It's so big, I could put my bag underneath it. I can do a lot of things. Has a hood, and it really protects. And that made it really easy if it was drizzling, cold rain, because like sometimes it was like 38 degrees or something. So
or it would be warmer, but with the humidity and the wind, it would make it feel like it was much colder.
Yeah. And so that really, that's been a game changer. And that made me, I feel like Alaska was like a good pregame for Iceland and the Norwegian fjords. And I could be wrong, but I think at least it gave us a taste of what that is going to be. Now, even though we're going in July and August, from what we've been researching, it could be anywhere from like freezing to 70 degrees.
So we have to pack for all seasons.
So we have to have our raincoat because there's going to be a lot of rain in England and Iceland.
In England, they said it could be anywhere from 60 to 105 degrees. It just depends.
So we'll have to have, at least a pair of shorts. We will have to have swimsuits. We will also have to have some lightweight sweaters, our puffer jacket, a rain jacket, t-shirts, I've got some fleece stuff. We're looking at some really lightweight sweaters and things, and I'm also looking at a couple of other kind of travel clothing. So what's interesting is as soon as we get to one thing, then I find out there's 80,000 other things. So like we were looking at what kind of suitcases and what kind of bags, and then I'm like, oh, these are the kind of clothes people are packing in those kind of bags. And Apple gets like the gold medal of packing.
Right? My God.
For 8 weeks, she traveled in a 16-liter backpack.
That's 10 liters smaller than the one that I have over there.
No way. So it's almost like my little... Apple, did you... Here, serious question. Did you wash out things every night or whenever you could stop? Like, is that how that worked? Or did you just have... I'm also doing some research, and it looks like there's some clothes that you can go a long time without washing, that there are things woven in that keep smells and
Patagonia
bacteria
has
out.
that plant-based
It's got mint in
mint
it,
essential oil in it somehow that keeps you from being stinky.
which is just kind of weird. It like I don't know, it's something I haven't thought about. Like, I usually want cotton things because my neurospicy needs soft, happy clothes. And so we're just kind of trying, and we've got a bunch of stuff coming that we're going to try, and some of it may go back and you may never hear about it again. And Apple's saying, oh yeah, you need good rain gear in the Pacific Northwest. Yeah, and Alaska was like that too. They said too, it rains, it's like we were in one, was it Sitka? That's the rainforest?
Yeah, Sitka's near the rainforest.
And so is the Pacific Northwest. And Apple said, yes, I had one set of clothes to wear and one to wear. Did you have so you had one set of clothes on and one set of clothes in the pack. Would that be correct? That's how I'm interpreting it, and I may be wrong, so correct me. Elizabeth says, my mom and brother did Europe in one backpack each. I have zero desire to pack light. I like having all the things to make me feel comfortable.
Yeah, but you still pack lighter than we do.
Everybody packs lighter than you do. And actually, the past couple of trips, I've packed fairly light. I've had a small suitcase and a backpack. Now, I've had a couple of things in our big suitcase.
I pack like a sorority girl going to spring break.
Yes, you do. Yeah, okay. Yeah, one to wash, one to wear. Okay, good. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't putting words in your mouth, Apple. 2 pants, 2 tops, 2 socks. Every day I'd shower and change into a clean set. And so, yesterday, not only did I go to Columbia, where I got some socks that I think I'll be able to wash out and dry. Because since I lean to the cotton side of life, that is not good for what we're doing. Also, and I got these Columbia shoes. They look just like tennis shoes, but they were waterproof. And we got them before we went on the Alaska trip. And I think I got them for $30. I think they're sized wrong is why.
And I have
they fit me.
my Alta weatherproof ones that I got, 2 years ago in Asheville?
Yeah, because that's the hard part. The tennis shoes I usually wear are not waterproof at all.
Luckily,
Kenya says I packed the largest suitcase and a carry-on. And that's what Cheryl was doing, a big suitcase, a medium suitcase, and a big backpack. And she always goes, well, I have to carry all the filming equipment. 2 phones, 2 chargers, a little camera like this, a bigger camera like that.
2 GoPro-sized cameras.
Which we never used both of them.
Yes, we did.
Did we use both of them this time? Mm-hmm. Okay.
And
GoPros are about like this. So all of that would still probably weigh less than my DSLR with
2
2
gimbals.
lenses. Well, we don't need 2 gimbals.
We'll just take 1 gimbal this time. We got a new gimbal.
Yeah, we got a new gimbal that now I don't know how to use any of them.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was Tanya because you guys are the same color in what I see. But it's Elizabeth. I was going to go, Elizabeth does that. She packs all her clothes on hangers, so she just pulls it out and hangs it up.
It's amazing. She just goes bloop into the closet.
That is not how I do. I put everything in packing cubes and squish it, and then I squish all the packing cubes into something. Yeah, it does all add up.
My problem is I never know what I'm going to be in the mood to wear. Am I going to be in the mood where I want everything oversized and big, or do I want stuff that actually fits? I don't know if I'm going to want to wear my boxer biking short underwear, or if I'm going to want to wear loose underwear. I don't know. So I got to take everything because I don't know. It's going to depend on the day. If it's really hot, I'm pretty safe to go with all the loose stuff.
Well,
but if I'm going to be someplace where they're going to have all the different weathers, then that's where I get really confused.
Well, this is what I'm wondering, and I've been watching so I've been starting to watch this, which is really funny because I am obviously not a fashion gal, right? I like to kind of be quirky and show my personality in what I wear, but since I was younger, when I was younger, I did care a lot about that, and I just haven't. So I'm watching these people do capsule wardrobes and stuff like this, and sometimes they go a little bit too in depth.
Too much matching. I mean, that's hard. They'll be like, I'm going to put this one pair of pants because all these shirts match with this one pair of pants. And I'm going to take this one dress because all this matches with this one little sweater that I got. That's too much. That's too complicated. I'd take a week just trying to figure out how to put it all together.
Well, and some of the stuff that I've been getting, because both of us wear a lot of black anyhow. I like gray. So I've been getting kind of like some teal jewel color, some purple jewel color, things like that, so that there's some little, like the pants that I just got were blue. And I think I might be able to pull those off. We're also getting a couple of pairs of shoes, some Birkenstocks. I'm trying some Birkenstocks that may or may not work. I'm going out of my comfort zone. And if not, then I'm going to get the little plastic ones that are clogs, because I know those will be light.
And I
can wear them with socks.
We have the sandal version of those, and we love them. So.
Right. Yeah. And I do love those. So those are my summer shoes. So what I'm wondering, and this is just, if we're having Tangent Tuesday, it's just a thought process, is if we do have like basically a couple of outfits that are for summer with shirts that we can use as undershirts in the winter stuff, since we're layering. So like we'll have t-shirts. We have those Columbia shirts that are perfect to wear in 100-degree weather, but also okay to wear as a layer with a fleece.
When we were in Alaska, I would wear those shirts to dinner because it was pretty darn hot in the ship.
So hot.
But if it was cooler, what I did was I have one black mock turtleneck, and so I wore that one black mock turtleneck goes under all my shirts that I have, my Columbia shirts.
But see, that's kind of the same idea. Is that and this is what I'm trying. Like, I'm a person that I have to get all this information, and then it has to kind of filter through how I feel, and then it all makes magic sense. Like, that's how I also have been making travel plans, which it's hard to explain to someone because people are like, why did you pick that? I don't know. It just felt right. And so, like, we're just now starting to plan the UK part of our trip that's before we go to Iceland, right? And one of the things, Cheryl thought that I was saying, I don't think you should get the hotel because I wasn't trusting her to pick a hotel. But I was tired and jet lagged and I couldn't communicate. We need to see what's around that, how much it costs us to get to places we want to go. We found one that was so inexpensive, and it is in the suburbs. And we may regret that.
Yeah.
But we might not. Because I just had Claude, which is an AI, and it's like ChatGPT, and you can do some stuff for free. I don't know if you can do this part. You can ask it travel. And like, I want to write a post about this and put it on the other channel, but literally it put this beautiful HTML, CSS colors thing of what we need to do, where we need to start, what time this happens, what time that happens. It even found vegan teas for me. So I'm going to ask it some more questions. But like, so in that same vein, like, I'm like, oh, we need to do X. Like, we looked at some Iceland videos, and I'm like, no, we need to not go directly home, because directly to England, which is home at that point in time, because it's too expensive to fly them, but we can fly 5 days later, and it's a third of the price. And so, and then it all worked out, right? So clothes, if we think of clothes in that same sort of like,
yeah, well, in the
touchy-feely way.
The hotel that you picked is better than the hotel I picked because it's closer to the train.
Well, It's not about being better. It's just I wanted to know where the train station was to see if we had to take a cab to the train station, because that's a whole additional cost we would have to add into our nightly thing.
Yeah.
But so anyhow, so like when we're looking at stuff like that, and you know how things just kind of fell into place, right? Because like now I'm like, oh, we're at this train station. What are good day trips from that suburban train station?
We want to go to the Cotswolds.
We go to Barcelona next year, next spring. Okay, so let me finish my thought. Ready? We're going to pull it all back in, and we're going to make that the same thing apply to clothing and this packing we're doing. You can do it. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so the same way as we picked a few things and then everything else is kind of coming along. So probably what I'll do is look at like 5 different day trips from that place.
Well, hopefully I don't have to pack 3 pairs of jeans because I'll have other pants to use.
You're getting ahead of the game.
Okay.
Getting ahead of the game. So what we would do is, so like you'll have some summer clothes. We'll look where the summer and the colder weather will overlap.
Okay.
Those things would go in. We know for the summer weather, we're going to need some shorts. For me, that means a pair of crop pants, maybe a dress. Loosey-goosey underwear for you, right? Well, we're both going to bring our flip-flop Birkenstocks, which are our house shoes, but we wear them out if we need to for summer shoes. So that kind of takes care of it. We've got to bring a swimsuit no matter what the weather is, because in Iceland, I am going in a mineral pool somewhere, a hot springs. It's happening, hopefully multiple times. And then when we're looking at winter stuff, we can think back to Alaska. We know we've got our raincoat, and also it could be kind of warmer in between, and our raincoat will still be good for spring-like weather, right? We know we're going to bring our puffer jacket, which folds up really, really tiny. We're getting a couple of sweaters that fold up really, really tiny, really, really lightweight. Oh, Fergus. Come on up.
Sorry, buddy.
You know, so then we just need a couple of long sleeve shirts. So some of them will go both ways. And I think instead, for me, thinking of a capsule wardrobe, like, let's see, Tanya was saying, one anti-venom was saying, and I'll get back to the other stuff, would love to pay someone to create a capsule wardrobe so everything goes together. And I've been watching some, and a lot of times it's you kind of pick brownish colors, black and gray, and some color pops. Those color pops can be on the top or on the bottom from what I see.
I never thought I would ever hear the weird words color pops come out of your mouth.
There you go, Tangent Tuesday. But you don't have to think of it that way. You don't have to think of it as being an Elle magazine article about the things with the pictures.
This is my color pops.
Exactly. Well, I mean, look at this. The blue of the sea for my little mermaid person is what's going on. But it doesn't have to be super fancy. But there are things when we go to Europe that I don't really want to wear tennis shoes everywhere. In Iceland and the fjords, we're going to walk a lot. We're going to need tennis shoes. We may need them there, but that's why we're trying to look at. I'm getting her some Birkenstock clogs, the Evo ones as well. But the dress shoe thing has me a little. So I'm trying a few things there. But we have most of the things that we need. We're also going to use our little travel pillows. I'm giving up my big giant pillow that squishes. Because part of me also wonders, have we squished it so much that it's a little unhappy? But we can fix that.
She took that big travel pillow when we were coming home because we kind of had some souvenirs, so we had to rearrange some stuff.
We had a lot of souvenirs, a lot of T-shirts.
We need
hats.
to show them the octopus.
Okay, I'll go get it.
But we had some stuff that we had to make room for, mostly T-shirts and sweatshirts and hats and things like that. But we got this really cool thing, and it was packed very nicely and but it made it big. So she takes her big pillow and squished it down. She put that thing in a compression bag that you normally put clothes in and zipped that thing down till it was this big.
And it's a big pillow.
It's a big pillow.
Look at this, you guys.
Isn't that awesome?
There we go. I think it's more in focus here. So they said the octopus is a symbol of transformation when half of it's painted. So this is it transforming. So that was pretty powerful. We haven't decided where it's going yet, but I think this is our, we got some t-shirts and stuff, but this is our real souvenir.
That's the one that meant the most. It took us a really long time to pick that out.
I think Wayne and Jill were like, they're still in that store?
They were like, we're out of here. We'll see you guys on the boat.
Pretty much. And we had a nice time with them, though.
Yeah.
Let's go up here for a second. Yeah, and Tanya says, I'm like, Cheryl, I'm afraid I'll want to wear something else, and I end up wearing like the same 3 things. And that happens a lot. And when we're at home...
I did really good, though, only having 5 days worth of stuff and then just washing on this last one.
And we've got a little mini trip before we go on this big trip where we're going to spend a couple of days in Orlando at Epic Universe. If you guys are there or want to hang out with us or go to Disney, email Cheryl at support@healthyslowcooking.com and we can tell you where we are. And so we're staying in a new place that I picked.
She picked it. So
if it's bad, it's my fault. It just looks like it's new, and that's why it was so inexpensive. But it looks like we have a washer dryer in
the unit
with a kitchen. So it was very inexpensive and really near everything,
which makes us very nervous.
Yeah, but it's new, so it could just
like people were saying last month. They were complaining in the reviews that it was still under construction, and I'm like, for that price, I don't care if it's still under construction. I'll be your tester model. Right,
and that's what I think it's going to be a little bit about. So on that case, we get to wash clothes and then go on a 7-day cruise. So what's kind of interesting about the trip coming up that I keep trying to, because we're doing basically 4 cruises and 2 land trips. 2.5 land trips, really. So we're going over on the Cunard, so that's 7 days. On the Cunard, they have free laundry service with free laundry detergent.
So that's not an issue.
When we, so we do that, then we're going for 5 days, one place, then we got another 5 days we've got to plan. Then we're going to get on Virgin, which we get 2 loads of laundry every trip.
Each? No, once.
Yeah,
one each.
But it's a big laundry bag.
It's a giant laundry bag.
And then we're staying in Iceland. I don't think we don't have a washer there.
Oh, no, we do.
We do have a washer there? Okay, then we have a washer there.
We got an Airbnb.
So then we're flying to London, and then we've got another few days we don't know what we're doing. But so right now we're not doing stuff much more than a week. I think there might be a little bit more. Then we're going to go to the fjords, which I think is 11 or 12 days on the Cunard. So we have we can do all the laundry ourselves if we want to, and then we come back. So
on the Cunard, on the same ship.
So
in the same room, so we'll be on that one for like 17 days.
I don't think we're in the same room.
I think we are. Oh, no, we're not.
No, we're not.
No, we're not. Okay.
But still, so all we're looking at not having laundry is maybe 7 days. So we don't need more than really 7 days of stuff. So I think if we can put it out there where it's like, oh, I could wear all these shirts with a pair of shorts, or I could wear all these shirts underneath this other thing with these 2 pairs of pants. See what I'm saying? And just have a couple things that we can, 1 or 2 dressy shirts where we could dress up jeans or something.
Well, and I ordered some Columbia pants And I'm hoping when they get here that they're supposed to be those lightweight, like hiking pack kind of things, but you can dress them up and make them more like dress pants. And so I'm hoping that what I could do with those is wear those with like my long johns underneath them in place of a pair of jeans.
Right. And I think that's a great idea too. I actually got another pair of pants that are kind of jean-like material.
And we got rain pants.
Yeah, you just got some rain pants for us for when we're in Iceland. So that way if we do go to the waterfalls, like what happens is you just get wet. You don't have to get in the waterfall being near the waterfall.
Yeah.
And we just got inexpensive things. So there are certain things that we're going to have to bring this trip. Like if we were going on just a regular trip somewhere, we might not. If we were just going to the UK, we probably wouldn't bring rain pants. We might not bring our little light parka and a few extra things like that. Meryl's saying, have I tried making soy milk in my nama? I have not yet. I am behind. It should work fine.
But she uses it every day for the almond milk.
Yeah, I've been making a lot of blanched almond milk because it's easy while I'm doing the Ninja Creamy stuff. And let's see. Yeah, and people are talking about making a capsule wardrobe. I think it would be a good investment. There are people on YouTube that talk about it too. And Apple says, I'm no fashion plate, but my wardrobe is definitely capsulated. It's Hobbit-inspired toddler chic.
Love it.
Comfy, cozy clothes and natural fibers. And I love that.
Yep.
And I've been thinking a little bit too, like when I used to go into an office, I really kind of I used to call them garanimals. so it's stuff that all kind of went together, and it was all like J. Jill cottony stuff, remember? It was all like the pure Jill stuff, and I could just mix and match it however it worked. And that's not much different than what we're talking about here.
Hello.
Fergus.
Can we help you?
Hi, Fergie. Meow.
What you mad about now, bud?
I don't know. He needs to use the potty. Oh, I'm glad you like the octopus. I just thought it was so cool. And in fact, the sweatshirt I just took off, Cheryl got, and it has in the same similar tribal art.
But it's a different tribe made that one, so it's totally different.
Yeah.
It's really kind of cool.
It's cool. Washer, dryer, and kitchen. And yeah. So it's really good in Iceland that we have a kitchen because food is supposed to be really expensive. Like really expensive, like $20 for a bowl of soup expensive. So we're going to see how all that goes.
But we did hear they have soup buffets.
Yeah, so I need to do a little more research about that.
Come here.
And a sarong is very versatile. Yeah, I could see that too. And then Meryl says you can dress up any outfit by wearing a scarf. And I've got a couple of little. Idea. I have a couple things that I can use for that too. So we're just thinking about things differently than we have in the past because we've never traveled for 2 months.
And also on the Cunard, we might have to dress a little bit more appropriate for dinner than just like schlepping in a sweat.
That's not every night.
Right.
So I think it's like twice per sailing they have formal nights. But when they have formal nights, we can eat in the pub, which is supposed to have a vegan option, or in the buffet. You don't have to dress up for that. But it would be nice to have it as an option if we felt like being festive and things like that. Yeah. Does that make you feel any better at all?
I mean, it does. Like I've been going back and forth on like. I mean, this last time I thought I had pared back tremendously.
Well, you did from before.
I even paid for laundry service on Holland so that I got unlimited laundry service so I could wash clothes every other day if I wanted to.
And we washed them.
Oh my God, their laundry bag was this big.
It was very tiny.
It was this big. And I shoved that thing. I don't know how I got that much in that bag. That first one.
Yeah, no, you did a good job because
I packed it tight.
What did we do before? Oh, we were in Seattle for a couple of days, and it was hot, and I was sweaty. So all those clothes needed to be washed. And that's another thing. We're looking at some lighter weight undergarments and overgarments that we could wash in the sink and just have it dry out by the next day, kind of the way Apple was doing.
Yeah.
And Apple said the cruises have room service for meals. They all do for like a continental breakfast. Some do for extra charge. Like, okay.
Holland's was free.
Holland's was free.
But there just wasn't anything.
There was nothing
vegan.
vegan on it. Like they even had burgers and hot dogs, and at the burger hot dog place they had vegan options, but they weren't able to get that for room service. I'm also then going to Virgin, where for dinners only people that are in the fancy suites can get dinner ordered, but you can take stuff out of the galley.
But there is stuff on Virgin that is on room service that you can
That's
get.
true.
But there's only like there's one thing on there that's vegan, and I can't remember what it is because it's something that I don't like, and I can't remember what it is.
I can't remember because I don't think I ever ordered.
Yeah, and everything else is like a burger or chicken noodle soup or.
But it's not kind of like in a way you would think it would be like fancy hotel room service where you can get anything, but it was. Yeah.
You can get popcorn and Swedish fish.
Well, you get a lot
gummy
of
bears.
Junky stuff on Virgin, but
They
that's
have all sorts of stuff.
And Lisa says I was in a suite once and we got room service with the same options as the dining room. Yeah, so usually higher levels get different options. So like, so there's that.
Yeah.
And then I'm looking over here. Yeah. Have you seen those travel wash bags? You put water and a bit of soap inside to wash your clothes, more efficient than hand washing.
Oh.
Here we go.
Here we go. The research
travel
begins.
Wash bag. Because I don't like
It's actually a great idea. And almost every cruise ship has the pull across line for hanging clothes. So.
Well, in hotels too, you know.
Yeah.
And actually, I just found something. I didn't order it yet, but it's like, so on a towel rack, I think it's about this big. It velcros around, but it has clips.
Oh, nice.
So you could put your socks or your undies.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Scrubba wash bag, portable washing bag. Oh, okay. My stomach is making noises. I'm sorry if you guys are hearing that. Guppy friend. Oh no, I think that's just a washing bag. Okay. Portable washing machine, lightweight manual washing machine for travel, camping, laundry, baby clothes. Used with laundry detergent or sheets. Interesting. I'd like to see how big it is. Oh, here we go. Hand wash bag and plunger set. What the heck
What do you
is
need
that?
a plunger for?
I don't know, but I got to find out. Oh, there's a clothes wringer. We don't need that. Oh, eco-friendly detergent scripts. We might need that. All right. This is what my whole life has been when I haven't been able to concentrate. I've just been like, okay, I can at least look up stuff.
In the 80s, I used to wear a lot of Roots clothing from Canada because they always had like good tennis wear and stuff, and I worked at a golf and tennis store, and so I got a big discount. And I got the biggest discount on the Roots stuff, so I always had a lot of Roots stuff.
I'm just fascinated. There's a shoe washing machine bag. Ooh, and a retractable clothesline, but it only gets 4. But I'm going to look at it anyhow. Okay, I'll let Cheryl talk, and I'll do some more of this. So let's see. Monique says, there used to be a company in Canada that had clothes parties like Tupperware. Everything was travel clothing you could wash, and it would dry really fast. Do you remember the brand? It wasn't LuLaRoe, was it? Because LuLaRoe was like big with like buttery leggings. And I say that as if I don't have Disney leggings from LuLaRoe that I bought at Chef AJ's thing. Like I literally have the most absurd leggings that I've never worn that I'm taking on this trip. So hopefully nothing disastrous happens. They're like, who's the lady in the Alice in Wonderland leggings, or they'll see that I'm a little short person. They'll be like, oh no, it was a child. Oh, sad, a child died.
They'll think it's a small child.
All right. Okay.
Oh, did you not like that? I know we shouldn't talk about anybody dying.
No one's gonna. That's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen.
We're not going to do any of those stupid tourist things where they say don't go past here and then we do, and turn our backs to the charging moose or something dumb.
Okay, let's see.
Okay.
Scrub a bag. Is that what I was looking at? Ooh, no, scrub a bag. Is that what it was? No?
No.
Okay, thanks, Fergus.
Thanks, bud.
Okay, let me look. Scrub a wash bag. It came right up.
That's the first one you were looking at, I
Is
think.
it?
No, that's not it.
Okay, we'll get that. It has 2,700 reviews and it's 4.5 stars.
It wasn't LuLaRoe. What was that?
That's okay. Let's see.
Get my water.
Canadian
You wanna come up?
clothing party. And what was it? Travel clothes? Travel clothes.
Oh, my little man. Oh, such a good baby boy. Yes, you are. You are.
Fig clothing? Probably not.
No.
I said Canadian clothing party, travel clothes. Canadian sales party, travel clothes.
So basically you're saying this was like Tupperware or what's that other one I like? Oh, the one that I had the plasticware from. That
Oh, Pampered Chef.
Pampered Chef. The Pampered Chef of clothes.
Fergus is like, I like you now.
You like me now?
He won't let me rub stuff out of his eyes until it's night grooming time.
You need brushed? You need
Do you want me to bring you the brush?
No.
No, but if the clothing company like that exists, but I will definitely look at this Scrub a bag. It does not, there's one that looks just like it. It has a plunger, and I'm just fascinated by them. Like, what do you do with the plunger? The secret is in the plunger.
Oh, force a soapy water down through the fabric. So you plunge it and close in the bag.
Oh, like, okay. It's the same price as the Scrub a bag, but I think that might have insides that you squeeze it.
I think
Interesting. Is that what you
plunger.
used, Apple, when you were doing the walk?
I think that
The hike?
I think a plunger would be problematic to take everywhere.
Well, it depends. It could be a teeny tiny little one.
Like that one I used to have for the tab. Remember that little yellow one for the sink?
Hello, sweet boy. Okay, that's interesting. I'll definitely look at this. Oh, now I just found something. See, Amazon is a deep hole for me. Compact foldable electric dryer. No, it's big enough to actually put a whole shirt in, so that's too big. That's not compact.
That's cheap.
Yeah, you have the scuba bag. You just do the scuba bag every night, set things out to dry, and then just kind of have the other clothes that were dry ready to go. See, that's such a smart thing to do.
I wish they still had that company, and I wish they had it here because we would definitely be having one of those parties.
Okay, I'm going to do Canadian lightweight travel gear. Canadians, do we have any ultralight gear companies? Says Reddit. Gear Trade.
Gear Trade is where you sell stuff,
Okay.
used stuff.
Hello, baby boy. Hello, baby boy. I'm going to look over here. Yeah, every night scrub-a-dub-a-doo. Love that. Love that. No, I don't. Anyhow, I'll stop that hole. Going down that deep, deep, dark hole.
Mm.
But I like that, and I like the idea of trying to declutter and make things simpler, which I know Apple is like a guru at.
Mm-hmm.
And we are the ultimate maximalists.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things that traveling has done is given me a little more energy about not feeling so overwhelmed by everything. It's just right now, literally, I don't have the time because I have to get this book out and get some other photos and get some classes for Kathy's Cooking Club pre-recorded before we go on our trip in July.
Yeah.
So I'm just, part of me would just love to spend tomorrow going through and getting rid of stuff from the office and creating, I want to create another filming area.
So we can do stuff like
that's
this
not
in there.
cooking. I mean, we could put a green screen behind us, but that just seems really pointless and kind of impersonal.
Yeah. We want to make a cozy spot in there
Yeah.
so we can just sit and talk.
Do you guys have anything else you want to talk about? Do you have anything else you want to talk about? Because it's about my bedtime.
No, I am hoping I can go to bed early tonight and not go to bed at 4 a.m. I would like to be back on a normal schedule tomorrow. That would be lovely.
It would.
I got a Canada hat while we were in Canada for the 3.5 hours we were there.
I don't even know if I think we were there 3 hours.
3 hours. Yeah. Had to hurry up and get it before everything closed.
We were there from 8.
We got there at 8 o'clock. So everything started closing by 9. Except the smart places that were like, oh, there's 5 boats in port. Let us stay open late.
Right?
And those places were packed wall-to-wall people, and you were walking like this.
It was unpleasant. It was very, very unpleasant. So if you have an ultralight clothing brand you like, maybe put it down in the comments for us to look at, or any kind of little tippy things like this Scrub-A-Bag. And things that have really helped you traveling, that would be really awesome.
Because we're clueless. Like, I mean, we know that we need to lighten it all up.
Alicia is here.
Hey.
You guys should follow her for awesome content. She does a lot about history and women and all kinds of cool stuff. Watermelon sorbet, should I use the applesauce or pears? If the watermelon is sweet enough, you can just use watermelon, but I think I usually use pears. Let me go look
Yeah, you definitely use pears.
Let me look at my recipe on healthysowcooking.com. Lots of Ninja Creamy recipes there. And because I'm making so many recipes right now, I have no idea what I've done in the past.
I'm pretty sure you use pears with that.
Nope. 3 cups of, this is for like a 3-cup watermelon, or 3-cup original Ninja Creamy, 3 cups watermelon chunks. Make sure you remove the seeds. I use a teaspoon of lime or lemon juice. You could even use a citrus, but you don't even have to. It just gives it a little extra oomph, a little zest. And you could use a liquid sweetener of choice, but if you have a really good watermelon that's ripe and sweet, you can just put watermelon in there. What I would do, let me just kind of show you a container because I have them all over here. So I would take that, hand me that masher.
Southern for potato.
So it would probably be even up to here, but you can start and do. There you go, because there's enough fiber in there that it should be okay. And that's what I would do. Alicia, does that help? And tell me if you're doing something else. Hey, Lisa. And Diane says, for rainy weather prep, I like Gore-Tex material when purchasing rain jacket, hiking boots. I don't know what our jackets are made out of. Do you?
They are not Gore-Tex.
Okay.
Because we would not have paid $25 to $30 for them if they were Gore-Tex. We would have paid more like $130.
Okay. Well, those cost $130 at the Columbia store.
Yeah, but I don't think they don't all have Gore-Tex in them either.
Okay, I don't know, but no, the one I have, I think yours too is Columbia. They just happen to be at
mine's
Ross. Under Armour. Mine is Columbia.
Yours is Columbia, but it's not Gore-Tex.
Okay,
It would have a tag on it that says Gore-Tex.
Okay, but nothing went through, like not a thing. It's not like the rain-resistant coat that I thought was a raincoat last year. And that was a debacle.
I have some shoes that are Gore-Tex.
Oh, okay.
Some boots that are Gore-Tex.
Miss Janet is here, and you're in the UK. How are you liking the UK? And it's 3 a.m. there. Are you having jet lag? So I'm wondering, because you're actually from the West Coast, right? So that probably would put a little spin. We're getting over our jet lag from Alaska this week. But it's so good to see you. Oh, you're welcome, Alicia. And also, we're going to be in Florida for a little bit of time in June if you're not on your interesting challenges. She's always doing some challenge. I can only have this. So she's like, I'm not going to go and hang out with you. Okay. Merino wool socks. Don't have to pack as many. Yet now, Alicia, is it true that the little bit I heard on Saturday, you are going to start traveling the country in the RV or North America, perhaps? So tell us more about that. Yeah, what mile marker are you at? And tell us, so evidently Apple knows, are you doing a ride? Is that what's going on in the UK? Tell me more. And if you told me before, I'm really sorry. I can barely remember anything right now.
We are really in squirrel mode these days.
Well, there's just
it's so much we just can't retain anything.
I need to look up on Janet, probably on Facebook.
Yeah.
I'm so behind from the world. Yep, let me look. Yes, I want to leave that page. Oh, look, she's in Cornwall.
Oh, nice.
We're talking about going to Cornwall. You've been here since April, hiking the Southwest Coastal Path. Okay. I'm literally looking at your pictures and videos. It's beautiful.
Nice.
And your yummy food.
Oh, go back. I've walked that path before on the Peloton.
The Peloton gives us little places we can go. Alicia says that's the plan, but I'm still waiting on my dad. Is your dad going with you? You're a brave woman. You and your dad in an RV. And somebody else says wool socks. Falmouth tomorrow. Instagram every day. Excellent. Make sure you guys are following Janet on all the platforms, but especially YouTube and Instagram. I have to say, I know this is going to be controversial, so I'm probably going to take some flack for it. But we have been looking at some wool things. Mm-hmm. Now, Alicia says, yes, pray for me. I will, sister, I will. That's a lot. Sometimes I think, it would be so much fun if Cheryl and I could travel in an RV, and then I think as long as I can sleep in the back for a while, all by myself.
When we had that other RV, you were always like, I'm in here and shut the door and turn the air conditioning on and never came outside until it was nighttime.
That's because it was 4th of July. I was boiling. Me and the dog were like, oh. So we just went in there and we were still sleeping in our own sweat. It was not pleasant. We never went in the spring or the fall when it was beautiful.
Because of my stupid job.
But, okay, back to the wool thing. So and I don't know how to say it, but I've been reading up on some wool producers for the merino companies that don't do some terrible things to the sheep. And I don't know how to say the word, but so I'm kind of checking into some of that and seeing what we can see. There's also Oliver Charles. Looking at his stuff, there's two things. One is the yak wool, and the other one is they're making some sweaters from a seaweed. Mm-hmm. But they're like $300, which is just a lot. I'm trying to see if I can somehow get in on an influencer or something where I can, or there's another way. If you get one sweater, you can get like $100 discount on another sweater if you post on social. The yak wool is very interesting to me because they shed naturally. They just live in their natural environment, and their keepers, the people who take care of them, comb them. That's how they get the wool. And it's supposed to be very soft. Mm-hmm. So I am trying a sweater from that to see if that's even something I can do. I'm usually a little bit allergic to wool.
She gets, sometimes wool makes her itchy. So, but some of these new wool hybrid things don't seem to be as itchy.
Well,
So
I don't
we'll
really
see.
have anything. Oh, and that's a good point too. Silver infused socks. I'll look those up too. I'm doing some research to see, what I feel okay with and what I don't.
I bet Janet also travels very light
Yeah,
too.
Janet, why don't you tell us, are you just traveling with a backpack? Is that what's going on, or do you have more? Tell us, if you can, tell us what's in your pack. That would be really good. Oh, there's Bonnie Silver socks. Interesting. They're made of 100% pure silver yarn?
Huh.
Really?
And are they soft? Because that sounds like it would be itchy.
The sock isn't made of 100%, just the stuff that's going through it.
Oh,
so
okay.
22, 13, 25. That'll be interesting. I'll research some of this too.
Well, they got the shorties I like. I love black socks. Black socks are my favorite thing now.
Oh, you're going to the Cotswolds after you finish in Plymouth. And we were just looking, because we're going to be staying outside of London, and we were looking at a day trip in
Cotswolds. Because one of our favorite cozy mysteries takes place in the Cotswolds. So, of course, we want to go see the Cotswolds in person. Agatha Raisin, which you can find on Acorn. It's hilarious. We've talked about her before, but what is her name? I cannot remember her name.
Agatha Raisin?
Yeah, what is her, the actress's name that plays Agatha Raisin? Let me look.
And she says she carries a hydration pack with food, water, and what I might need for the day. So do you have a suitcase in a car that's traveling along with you, or do you have a home base? How is that working for the travel? I'm just trying to think of, did you just bring two outfits like Apple did, and you're just washing one every night? How are you doing it? We have the luxury of having all this washing time and things like that. Mm-hmm. So we don't have to do everything perfectly. I'm just trying to get more information.
Yeah. It's Ashley Jensen, if you guys remember Ashley Jensen. She was in the United States, she was on Ugly Betty. She was the lady that took care of the closet, the Scottish lady. And she plays Agatha Raisin. And it's a cozy mystery comedy. And yes, Ashley Jensen. And we just love it. She is just so hilarious in that.
Okay. And some people are talking about the thing I couldn't remember the name of, so I don't know how to say it. It looks like museling for the sheep, and I'm sure I'm terribly mispronouncing it. I did find in the research there are some places that only use wool that's not from that and that have strict rules. Now, obviously, I know people could lie, but that seems to be a thing. So I'm not saying, again, I'm not telling people to wear it, not to wear it. Just like I don't tell you what to eat and not to eat. But I'm just kind of trying to get that. And yeah, I from both of you guys, I don't feel like it was in judgment. I'm definitely trying to do my research. That's why when I was looking at the yak wool is definitely more interesting, because literally they just they wander around the mountains, and they either pick up some of the stuff that that they shed, or they comb them to shed them. So they're not getting nicked by shavers and things like that. So I got to do more research. I figured yak wool was the same as sheep wool. I love the idea of the seaweed stuff. I've only found it one place.
I worry that if you get sweaty, it's going to smell like seaweed.
I would assume not, but possibly. Oh, Go Cotswolds offers 4 tours. We're doing Cotswolds in a day. Oh, that'll be awesome.
We should look into Go Cotswolds.
Oh, and one anti-venom says, my sheets are silver, antibacterial. I love them because they share the bed with dogs. We shared with dogs, now we share with cats.
So, and lately, cats don't even want anything. Well, except for Fergus bouncing off my head all night.
We've opened the window, which is right next to where Cheryl is, and he's also mad because we're not cleaning the other litter boxes. We're really trying to force him to go into the new litter box, and he is just having a fit.
And he also gets overstimulated if the windows are open at night, like, because you hear all sorts of stuff in our backyard, like owls. There was a couple owls just carrying on last night. Did you hear them? And they were carrying on.
Oh, I have my little things in. So Janet says I have a log bag on wheels, so maybe a wheeled duffel that gets curried for us each day.
Oh, that makes sense.
And that she has her hiking clothes that she launders on the day off. Okay, great. So do you have laundry facilities where you are? Or are you using one of these like crazy self bags that I just learned about? And kind of going back to the wool stuff too, I am aware of some of that, and I'm trying to look in to see if there's just a few companies that I found so far that state that they do not do those practices and that they're being governed by certain things that they're checking in on. So I just got to do a little more research on that.
Yeah.
But I would say absolutely do not willy-nilly buy stuff from wherever, because chances are it's going to be bad practices.
Well, and also from what we're seeing too, if it's super cheap, chances are that it's probably not being done in a very nice way. So
it's probably not being done in a humane way. It's also probably not paying people fair wages. There's just all kinds of stuff that can go into bad production stuff.
Yeah. So we're being really, really cautious about materials that we pick and things like that.
And I just found on the ultralight Reddit, I found an ultralight vegan travel. So I'm going to kind of go through some of that and see if
oh, nice.
If there's anything around in there. I know there's a lot of materials that are synthetic right now. Tomorrow's a rest day in Falmouth. And okay, you're just going to a laundromat in a bigger village. Okay, that totally makes sense. And that's awesome. I know you're having the very best time, and so is everybody around you. Anybody? Oh, well, thank you, Kitty Mommy. Says, I know you're an ethical vegan. I'm sure you do your due diligence. And there are some things I will do that other people would not do. Like I had a wool sweater that my mom gave me that I just kept, and some people gave me a hard time about that, but it's not like I can put it back on the sheep either.
Right.
So, but I wouldn't use the same thing to say, oh, let's go get whatever. So, but yeah, we all have to make our own choices, and just like everything, like you just have to make your own choices, and you have to decide where your lines are. And I am not trying to encourage you at all. Ooh, you've been eating raw vegan the whole time? That's amazing. Wow. Are you finding that the grocery stores have everything that you need, or is the tour that you're with providing some of that? I think usually what you do is you go to the grocery and shop for the next couple of days and prep things. So are you kind of doing laundry, prepping for a couple of days and having all that ready? And I bet you feel fantastic, Janet.
Yeah, one thing I'm really glad about is the fact that we're going to be able to cook a lot of our own stuff in Iceland, because from what we're seeing, the food prices in Iceland are really high. Like, they were saying just going out to dinner and getting like a couple sandwiches or whatever was like $40 or $50.
That's the cheap side. It could
Yeah,
be
that's
it could
the
be
cheap
$40 or
stuff.
$50 a person.
Yeah, and then they were like, that's, and that's like fast food.
Well,
So,
and plus, I just think it would be nice for us just to kind of chill out, relax. It looks like a pretty cozy space.
Yeah.
And it's in Reykjavik, so we can walk around, so we can eat and then go walk around. So it's very different than like if we like in the UK, if we're in London, we're gonna go a half an hour train to get where we are. We wouldn't just eat and then come back in. So, but in Reykjavik, it should be. Yes, grocery stores each and every day. That's awesome. That's super awesome. I'm so glad. It's so good of you to like show up. Although
Yeah.
I'm scared you're not sleeping enough. Tomorrow's the day off though, so I guess it's okay that you're staying up late. Like I'm your mom, and I have any control over what you do. I do not, except for supporting you, I can control that.
You hear? That's a frog.
That's a frog?
That's a frog.
We have a new frog we have a tiny, tiny little pond. So like, it's not even as big as these windows. It's tiny. That's like just kind of in front of the door. And so we had a big frog that lived there for a long, long time.
Until he got a little too big for his britches. And
he tried to eat something that was bigger than him and passed.
Yeah.
And so, unfortunately, Cheryl saw him and was trying to resuscitate him.
I did try to resuscitate him.
But it was not pretty. So we have a new pet.
I mean, he was like this big. He was huge.
He was giant.
He was giant. Like,
he was like a little dinosaur.
yeah, and then he tried to eat a mammal that was bigger than him. Because apparently that's what those big frogs do, is they eat things that are bigger than them, like lizards and snakes and apparently chipmunks.
It was ugly. It was ugly. So let's end on a better note. What can we talk about now before we go? What are some things you want to know? Oh, here we go. Awesome. Shelly says, I made your slow cooker chickpea cacciatore. Delicious. Good. And easy too, right? So if you guys are feeling the heaviness of the world, as we all do off and on, sometimes off and on during the day, just remember you can make some yummy food. It doesn't have to be hard. You can go get some recipes off healthyslowcooking.com.
She made chickpea salad in your class on
I did.
Saturday.
On Saturday I made.
And that was so delightful to have that chickpea salad in the house. I love chickpea salad.
And honestly, there's a recipe on Healthy Slow Cooking too. Not that you need a recipe. Smush some chickpeas, add some, if you have a dressing you like, use that. If you have yogurt, you can make oil-free mayo. I made one with almond pulp from the almond milk I made.
Delicious. It was absolutely delicious.
And I also used that as part of a Niçoise salad with
That was
steamed
good,
green
too.
beans and tomatoes and potatoes.
Yeah, that was really good too.
A little bit of black olive and lots of lettuce. Yeah. Okay, well that's it. And we talked about a half an hour longer than I said we were going to talk. But
Also, people remember, I said this yesterday evening too, but I want to reiterate, make sure that you are doing something for yourself that's just for you, that you like to do, or something that you find joy in. Even like I was saying yesterday, and I do this all, and both of us are like, we go back to our childhood roots. What do we do as kids that we found really, really fun and, something that was very soothing for us as a child? So like sometimes I'll play with goofy little toys or Legos or something like that, and then put little things together. And then you like to read a lot, or sometimes you even like to draw stuff. Well, you were doodling in your little notebooks. Yeah, you got doodles all in your notebook. Isn't that what you were doing, was just doodling, or were you thinking about something and drawing something?
Probably.
I don't know what
No,
she
I
does.
don't. For me, Why don't you say what you like to do for you, and then I can say what I like to do
Okay,
for me.
I like to ride my bike. I haven't been able to do that in a little bit, but I like to ride bicycles because I liked it when I was a kid. And then I also, like I said, I like to do little things like put little toys together or play with little toys or play video games. Video games were like my big calming thing during 2020.
Yeah, I did video games when I was really younger.
I played that island game. What is it?
Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossings. I play Animal Crossing for hours.
Which is awesome. See, for me, like walking in the rain doesn't usually do it. Like touring in the rain is fine, but like I wouldn't go out and walk now. But like I would ride my Peloton bike or get on the treadmill or something. But like
You forest bathe.
Yeah, I do forest bathe, so I do like to walk. And like the last couple of days ago, I just kind of went in the middle because we were right next to a state park, so I can go in and kind of just not have to walk forever or drive and be kind of enmeshed in it. Reading often helps me. Right now, I am too clever for my own good, and I keep finding ways to get to the news before I go to sleep, which is not helpful for me.
Oh, a lot of times, if we're both just kind of too in our heads, we'll watch a lot of like reality TV.
Or we've watched some really good shows, actually. So, like, sometimes.
Last night, Apple was talking about Murderbot.
Murderbot's
It's
awesome.
awesome.
So sometimes, I'm not saying you should sit in front of the TV and let it just eat your brain, but a lot of times, especially like when I'm working on a book, I will be sitting there working. So I'll put something on so I can kind of half watch, and then when I'm doing something I don't like, it makes it easier for me personally.
What was that Iceland show we watched, that mystery thing?
Oh,
Atla, is that what it was called?
Ada? I think it was Ada.
Ada or Atla?
You look up on Netflix, if you go into Netflix and search Iceland, and then it looks like a creepy woman. It was really good. It reminded me, what was that? What was the show? Do you remember the name of it?
Dark. It was like Dark.
And Dark is so good. And it's like real. So it's very slow in the beginning. And you're like, and so I was like, Cheryl's never going to stick with this. Because she usually says uncle before me, but not. I say uncle about different kinds of things, though. There are certain things I'm like, nope, not doing it.
If they don't develop characters fast enough for me, I'm like, eh. But this one, they were doing good character development. I mean, because they sucked you kind of into that. So.
Alicia watches cartoons,
Absolutely.
and I do like to watch some cartoons
I will
sometimes.
throw up some Scooby-Doo in a heartbeat.
Yeah, sometimes it just kind of, it's really relaxing. And Apple's going to make her fermented Okara cheese tomorrow. She's going to take pics and send me the recipe. I'm so excited. And then I will share with you guys. Maybe I'll make it. I don't know. I'm going to make it at some point. And Apple, of course, I'm going to credit you and give you all the credit. In fact, if you want to do a video about it, we can put it up. We'll put it up on the channel if you want. However, if you do not want, which most people don't, I'm happy to do it for you and still give you all the credit. That's the easy part for me. What else? Obviously, I'm tangenting even more than usual because it's time for me to go to bed, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, it can be hard out there. So even if you just take a bath or take a long shower, put a couple of drops of essential oil in the shower. Don't put it in the back. Put it right by the drain so you don't slip in the oil. That's a key thing.
Yeah. And warn other people if you've done that before they get in there, if you haven't scrubbed it out yet.
So, or to watching a favorite TV program, and it can be whatever you can do. So if you have a lot of energy, then yeah, tackle that closet or that room you want to tackle. And for me, something that often helps, which Apple I want, is almost seems a little bit like body doubling in a way. I just bring whenever I'm doing something I don't want to do, like putting away clothes, I turn on the TV and watch something I wouldn't normally watch. Yeah. And then I'll only watch it while I'm doing that project.
That works really well for you.
It really does, because it makes me feel less punished.
punished.
It's like the little kid in me goes, I don't want to do this.
Oh.
And then I'm like, no, but you have to do this.
And see, I'm the complete opposite. Like, if I've got something I really need to get done, or I don't really want to do, but I know I need to sit down and do it, I can't turn the TV on.
She sits down and just stares and doesn't do it.
It is like, I don't know if it's because the TV was used as a babysitter for me when I was little or what, but man, as soon as it can be something that I've watched a million times and know by heart in my head, and I still every time hyper focus right in on it and can't do anything else. Don't even hear anything else. Don't even hear her when she talks to me.
And she might get in trouble for that sometimes.
And I asked her today if I should get...
Oh, yep, that's body doubling. So that's interesting. I knew you would know. But it is kind of like... when I was a musician and I was working on something really, really hard for me, I would... This is how old I am. I would have rented a video at the video store and I'd put the tape in.
Blockbuster for the win.
Practice. And then when I'd get frustrated, I'd stop and pay attention for a minute, and then I would practice again. It would make me not get frustrated and kind of go overboard. All right,
Meryl, have a good one.
Yes.
We're about to go to.
All right, you guys. Hey, Marilyn, you just got here.
Now we can't go.
Oh, I think we have to go. But Marilyn, it's so good to see you. We were just tangenting on all the tangenty things. If anybody has any questions before we go, or answers, we were also talking about kind of traveling light, packing, stuff like that. If you have some suggestions for us, like the scuba bag or some other cool things we may not know about, please put it in the comments.
Yeah.
So I can go through some rabbit holes or send Cheryl through some rabbit holes and research.
The first time we went on a, let's see, it was the second time we went on a cruise. No, it was the first time when we had all that stuff and Adam and Elizabeth walked through. They got nothing. They got nothing.
Well, we brought all our stuff on.
We're dragging all this luggage and backpacks and everything else for a 3-day cruise.
But we're getting better. We are getting better and being more thoughtful. It's also easier to overpack when you have an SUV.
It is.
That you can put everything in. So, literally, we have food in the SUV. I have a rice cooker.
Yep.
So that when we travel, I'll just bring it in the hotel and we have some extra stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and that's like, and I think that's why we're kind of a little panicky about the whole Europe thing, because we know we don't have to worry about going over because we're going on a boat. Doesn't matter. And then we're going on, but when we're there, we want to be able to go some other places and do some other things, and that's going to require us to actually fly. And we may have to fly a couple times or fly and then take the train or something like that. So we have to pare down from the get-go because we have to be able to get that luggage from point A to point B without it costing $1 bazillion, because it seems like flights, baggage things are much more expensive over there when you have luggage, where you could fly super cheap if you could just do carry-ons and things. So
yeah.
But the personal carry-on thing is, we're going to have to pay for stuff. So
we're going to figure it all out, and we're going to share whatever we find with you. And those of you who are already traveling, give us a boost. Tell us your secrets.
Yeah, tell us your secrets, because we just we're clueless.
Okay, we're going to let her rest her voice. I'm going to sleep. We're going to be unjet lagged. We're all going to be rooting for the world to be a happy, caring, kind place.
Yes.
And we're going to be part of that as much as we're able to.
Yep.
All right, you guys. And hi, Vegan Knowledge, JJ. It's good to see you. You've caught us at the very end, but we will be doing a lot of lives. In fact, I'm doing a live tomorrow at 1 with Dora. She just sent me the stuff. I think we're making tacos from her new book. I'm going to be on Chef AJ on Thursday doing the Nama M. I'm going to teach her how to use it. And then Friday, Angela is going to come on and do some yoga for us. Yoga to make sure your poop is happy. We all want happy poops. All right, you guys. Have the very best night and week, and we will hopefully see you tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.